my dirty money.
This is it, opening day. The regular season is set to begin, and we're thrilled to bring you all the live action right here on 2K Sports. Kevin Harlan here with you. Joining me tonight, Stan Van Gundy and Greg Anthony. Our buddy David Aldridge is on the sideline getting stories. Here's what the Houston Rockets schedule looks like. On Monday, they'll defend home court against the Utah Jazz. And then on Saturday, they'll go up against LeBron James and the Los Angeles Lakers.
And Kevin, I think you have to look at this as an opportunity to take a step forward. Sometimes tough road trips can bring the best out of a team and bring you closer together.
So let's take a look at the Boston Celtics starting lineup. The small and power forwards, the star pair of Brown and Tatum. Derek White is out there with the captain, and it's Porzingis in at the pivot spot, manning the middle. And for Houston, at the guard positions, Van Vliet and Green. Brooks is out there with Thompson. And it's Şengün in at the 5, roaming the paint. Here we are, Greg, in Game 1 of the NBA season. How does opening night feel different from the rest of the season, the rest of the schedule?
Well, Kevin, it's the excitement of the unknown. Everybody comes in with the highest of expectations, right? You got new teammates, some new wrinkles, still a lot to figure out and shake out over the course.
And now we get to see the counterplay. How you respond is half the battle out there.
It's blocked. And as it goes out of bounds, Houston able to keep the ball here. You gotta love strong defense, especially when it comes in the form of harsh rejections. Wow.
And an early swat like that can really set the tone. Now the shooters will be feeling his presence.
Van Vliet outside. Thompson sets the pick for Van Vliet. 4 on the shot clock. No good with the triple. White against Green. The captain passes to Porzingis. Here's the captain. Scored the basket, his second of 2 attempts.
And he's not going to miss many of those, especially that wide open.
And it is dangerous to let him get it going this early.
Now here's Thompson. Over Tatum. Out to Brooks. Back to Şengün. Another miss by Houston.
Yeah, a bit of a slow start here. They're 0 for 4 to begin the game.
The captain passes to Brown. No good on the triple. Houston's gone 0 of 2 from deep here. Thompson finds Van Vliet. And foul on the shot, so he'll get a chance at the line. Greg, what's the key thing Fred Van Vliet brings to this offense?
I feel like he's really a centering presence, Kevin. The guys can look to him to call the play, to give them their orders, and trust that he's setting them up for success.
GA, if you look back at the Rockets' history, so many all-time greats have spent time there.
Yeah, it's an impressive list, right? Olajuwon, Moses Malone, Calvin Murphy, and Harden. Houston's well represented in the Hall of Fame.
And here is Van Vliet. Thompson, high post. Back to Van Vliet. That's in, coming off the assist from Thompson.
Well, that's just their first make in 5 attempts. Maybe that bucket can ignite their offense.
The captain passes to Tatum. To the inside. Here's the captain. Banked in off the glass. 6 points for the captain.
You know, you're going to have success when you can start out shooting 80% from the game. So early offensively, they've been great. That's the way you like to start.
And we've got a timeout called from Ime Udoka. He wants to make some adjustments to the game plan, clearly. With this stoppage in play, we have a chance now to show you which teams led the league in three-point percentage last year. The Celtics second.
Well, last season, what stood out about this team was their three-point shooting. They shot a very high percentage from distance.
And a little over 2.5 minutes gone here in the first. Brooks kicks to Green. Tatum against Thompson. 6 to shoot. And Thompson's last look brought to you by the AT&T 5G Slam King. Boston leading by 3. Here's the captain. He has 6. Out to Porzingis. Fires from deep. And the Celtics hit again from deep.
This is as good as it gets for a first quarter in terms of shooting the basketball.
And now we've got some time to check in from the sidelines. You got for us, DA?
I was able to talk with Ime Udoka for a minute. We talked about how they plan to deal with Jaylen Brown. He said Brown's explosive off the dribble, so we have to have bodies in front of him, be physical with him, stay connected with him at all times. Let's see if they can keep Jaylen in check. Back to you guys.
Thank you, David. The captain, that's his 4th basket of the game, and he's only taken 4 shots. Off to a good start.
Great start for him. 4-4. He could be in for a big game.
And some nice passing there by Houston. On the wing, Brooks. He's covered by Brown. And contact on the shot, so he'll be shooting free throws here. Well, Greg, Boston didn't just win the title. They won their 18th NBA championship in style.
No series went more than 5, going 16-3 in the postseason, Kevin. Half of those wins were by 15 or more. The Celtics really weren't even challenged during that title run.
Here's the captain. 8 points for him.
And once he gets clear off the screen, there is no stopping him.
No, not when there's a flush waiting to happen.
Well, give credit to the screener there. That's how you help free up your teammates.
Here's Van Vliet after the basket by Boston. Tries the spin move. Brooks outside. Green kicks to Van Vliet. Offensive rebound. Boston leading by 7. Here's Brown. That one's a miss. His 3rd shot of the game. He's made 1 of them. Van Vliet passes to Şengün. Back to Van Vliet. Launches it. The rebound by Jason Tatum.
The shooting numbers just aren't there yet in the quarter.
The captain passes to Tatum. Lays it up off the glass.
And there's a pattern starting to take shape here. They're working it inside and getting good shots from close range.
Timeout is called by Ime Udoka. He wants a minute here to get things straightened out with his team.
The numbers for Porzingis. He's coming off an excellent season. He's averaged 20 points a game, 7 rebounds, and 2 assists. And most of all, you have to love the defensive grit he brings to games when he comes off the bench.
Yeah, I loved having options like him off the bench. Guys who bring effort. They can change the attitude of a team.
Thompson dishes to Brooks. On the wing, Green. White covering. And there's Van Vliet on the assist by Green. That's now 8 points for Fred Van Vliet. Here's the captain, covered by Van Vliet. And he gets it to go as they call the foul. He's on his way to the line for 1 more.
And they're beginning to just flat out fall apart defensively right now, especially on the interior.
Now let's take a moment to get your guys' take on the scoring so far for the Celtics.
Well, the way they've been attacking inside is phenomenal. Consistently getting high percentage looks, and that's what great offenses are all about.
And it seems they've also put an emphasis on moving the ball, working to rotate around the defense and find those quality looks.
Rockets trail by 10. Outside, Green. Boston's gone 2 or 3 from deep so far in this game. Porzingis passes to the captain. Outside, White. Outside, Tatum. 6 on the shot clock. Jacks up a 3. It's stolen by Green. For the finish. Oh, that's blocked. Brown wide open. He fires. Fred VanVleet grabs the miss.
Hard to figure out how he doesn't knock that one down. No defender in sight. And the next one puts him in the bonus.
And he's got his first chance at the line here.
And a year ago, he was an 80% shooter at the line, so that's more than acceptable.
That's good from Green.
And once the G League took it to another level, Green skipped college, became the #2 overall pick of the draft, and that's really changed the landscape.
Now here's Brooks. And that one is off. Some solid defense from Brown. Tatum kicks to Porzingis. Here's the captain. And the rebound goes to the Rockets.
And I thought that was going to drop. It looked good from here.
To the middle. Here's Brooks. And foul on the shot. He'll shoot 2 at the free throw line. That one on White.
And the toughness of Brooks on display. Not fearing contact when he's looking to score inside.
And both free throws good for Brooks. Stan, you talk about a stacked roster. It's hard to find many weaknesses for the Celtics.
Yeah, Kevin, there's a reason the Executive of the Year award went to Boston's front office last season. The Celtics are built right, and they're built to last. Well, the thing is, you got to be very careful when Porzingis gets that catch-and-shoot game working.
VanVleet with it. He's got 8. Takes a 3. Gets it to go from beyond the arc. VanVleet's got 11 points.
And he's clearly led the way offensively. The question is, can they ride him and get back into it?
And we've got a timeout from Joe Mazzulla. Wants to talk some things over. Might be seeing some things to adjust. And the Rockets making a change here. Celtics leading by 5. On the floor for Boston. And in the front court, Brown and Tatum. The captain out there with Derek White. And it's Porzingis in at the 5 down low. From past the arc. Green with the rebound. And so Green will bring it up for Houston. Looking ahead, they've got the Jazz coming into town for the next game. That'll be the latter half of this 2-game homestand.
But once Green gets inside, he has the body control to adjust to the defender there and finish.
The captain, no good. And for Houston, they're shooting just 39% from the field, struggling to find that net. They grab their own miss, and that one goes out of bounds. Nice touch by Tatum.
And a chance here to check out some stats for Derek White. He had a strong showing last season, and he's a shot blocker as well. Top 20 in that category last season. Great timing and challenges at the rim.
And again, you gotta love his commitment to excellence. He owns the free throw line. It's truly an impact part of his game.
Those are chances almost always you can rely on him to get you 2 points, but the D just enough to keep him out of rhythm.
Tatum gets the bucket.
Solid from 3. Tatum is not shy about firing away.
They could use a big shot here to get this offense going.
Too many empty possessions. Right now, they need a basket. And you could tell he thought that triple was going to fall.
And here in the second with about a minute and a half gone by. The captain, and a lot of contact on that one, so he'll shoot 2 here. Steven Adams picks one up. You know, Stan, it sometimes seems that coaches get themselves ejected on purpose to fire up their team. Am I on the right track there or not?
Well, Kevin, certainly it happens with some guys. There have certainly been guys, Jerry Sloan, Don Nelson, who would do some of that.
How about you? How about you?
Now, Kevin, you know me. All I always ever tried to do was help the referees because we all just want to get to the right call, and I could help them in that.
You did all the time.
As much as I could, but they were not receptive.
Putting his size to use. Green's got great length, and it helps him there inside.
The captain, no good. Rockets trail by 6. And now the latest from our reporter, David Aldridge.
Hey, Kevin. Celtics coach Joe Mazzulla has talked about the two J's, Jaylen Brown and Jason Tatum. He says they've been lumped together because they play a similar position, but they don't have to be similar. They've got to be able to express who they are and not constantly be compared to each other. They're not the same. Kevin?
Back, David, remember a couple years ago, there was some thought that maybe one would be traded. We're glad they're still together. And here's Brown outside. Boston, no good that time either.
Well, that is stifling coverage on the perimeter. That's how you stop a good shooter in his tracks.
Out of bounds, Rockets ball as Houston keeps possession. And we've got a timeout called from Ime Udoka. He's going to have a discussion here on the sideline. With this pause in the action, let's show you the teams that have scored the most points in the league last season. The Celtics second.
I just loved how this team attacked their opponents. You could see their confidence grow as the year went on, and the points really started to pile up.
Pass to Whitmore. Smith to the paint. Here's Tatum. Throws it down. JT.
Great move by Tatum. Getting to the rim and throwing it down.
And Coach Derek White spent his first 4.5 seasons with the Spurs and Coach Greg Popovich, who did a lot to boost his confidence.
Yeah, Kevin, White was a late first-round pick. He's a humble guy, very hardworking. I don't even think he realized he could be this good.
There's a good screen. Shot clock at 5. Pass to the captain. Good, and it's Tatum picking up the assist. Tatum's got 3 assists now in this one.
The assist totals, Kevin, just continue to grow. They're way ahead in that category. Ball movement has been flawless.
On the wing, Green. He has 5. From 13. Rebounded by the captain. The captain's got his 7th rebound of the game with that last one. Basket number 8 is all good. He's attempted 12 shots.
Well, he's been very reliable tonight. Not wasting any chances. Really using his head.
Now, Whitmore. He has 6. Shoots over White. He scores with that shot. Now he's 3 of 8.
An old school shot from Whitmore. There is still some value in that mid-range.
Here's the captain. He's got 20. Good again. He's on tonight. 9 for 13 shooting.
And that bucket adds to what has been a big difference in points in the paint between the two teams.
Pass to Adams. Here's Green. 3-pointer. Buries the long-range jumper. Green's got his 3rd basket of the night right there.
Green knows that he needs to take and make threes at a good clip. Nice shot there.
Outside Tatum. Brown with it. Celtics passing it around. The captain passes to Tatum. It's rebounded by Houston. To the wing on the left. Pass to Adams. And it's out of bounds. They say it was last touch by Brown. Houston with a big group substitution here. Şengün's checked in for Adams. Amen Thompson comes in for Smith. Brooks checked in for Tari Eason. And it's Fred VanVleet in for Whitmore. Şengün with a screen on White. Green inside the 3-point line. And Boston with the rebound. The captain's got rebound number 8 now on the night. Good D by Thompson. And here's Green. He'll bring it up for the Houston Rockets. They trail by 7.
Yeah, look, it's not always about height. He's showing he wants those boards.
Stolen by Van Vliet. Pass to Thompson. Inside. And Şengün gets it to go on the assist by Thompson. Thompson's got 3 assists in the game. And so Joe Mazzulla calls for the timeout. And coach has decided they need a moment to talk things over. Luke Cornett, he's checked in for Porzingis. Here's the captain. He's got 22. They set the pick. Gets it to fall, and now he's 10 of 15 on the game.
I mean, the number of points they've scored in the paint already here is eye-opening.
Van Vliet kicks to Şengün. And it's Brooks in the corner. Here's Van Vliet. That's tipped. Here's White. And there are the Celtics with another basket.
Look, shooting off the catch is something White's become really good at.
Now here's Brooks. Şengün with a screen on Brown. Here's Brooks. Lock at 6. Pass to Şengün. Goes up on the block. Tried to bank it in, but he misses. Celtics leading by 9. The captain passes to Tatum. And Stan, as he enters his prime, Jason Tatum is shooting to become the face of the NBA.
Yeah, and Kevin, he knows winning is the key. For a star player on a great team, learning that balance, when to take over and when to set up your teammates, is a big part of it.
Tari Eason's checked in for the Rockets. And he can't hit the second. And as a coach, what were some of your favorite parts, Stan, of life on the road?
Well, Kevin, we get treated really well on the road in the NBA. I mean, you travel on great charters. People take care of your bags. We stay in great hotels. But my favorite part of being on the road was when we were on our way home. Easier to win at home, family at home. That was the favorite part of it.
How about the bonding experience that a lot of coaches talk about when you're out there kind of alone against the forces, just you and your team?
Well, I definitely think players bond on trips like that because they're not going in different directions. They team to spend time together. I don't think any of them ever wanted to spend time with me.
And there's the bucket from Tatum. Tatum's got 9.
Well, what a quarter he's had. You can tell he's in the flow. They should be looking for him every possession.
Brooks kicks to Şengün. Pass to Eason. Here's Brooks. White covering. And the whistle blows. It's going to be on Luke Cornett. That's his first foul. Now Eason from deep. Brooks.
Ugly second quarter for him, and now I think he's starting to really force the issue.
White the pass to the captain. Nice pass. Led him to the rack perfectly for the layup. The captain's got the lead up to 11 now for the Celtics. The Rockets shooting about 35% from the floor. Not much falling for them. Brooks against White. Pass to Şengün. Thompson with it from downtown. And Boston with the rebound. Cornett's got 5 rebounds tonight. Here's Tatum. Oh, and the jam by Tatum.
Wow, what a slam. Tatum not messing around right there.
Tatum's gone 5 of 7 from the floor here. Some tough offensive sets. They want to turn it around.
Yeah, right now you just need a bucket to get some momentum.
Şengün with the screen for Van Vliet. It's tipped. Here's Brown. Brown jams it in.
Well, check out Brown getting flashy. That'll get him fired up.
And here is Brooks. He's got 5. Down low. Now here's Van Vliet. Guarded closer. And he gets the whistle for the 3-second call.
And now look at Jason Tatum here. Great showing for him last season. He put up about 27 points per game last season. 8 rebounds and 5 assists. Just a fantastic scorer off the bench. Always a factor in every game he plays.
Yeah, look, you need that kind of punch off the bench. Someone who can help shoulder the offensive load.
2 minutes.
No good. In and out. Off the rim.
Well, he's more than comfortable in the mid-range, but you can't make them all.
The Rockets with another miss.
I didn't see that miss coming. I mean, he's usually been money from that range.
The captain, no good. Rockets trail by 15. Van Vliet outside. Back to Thompson. Shot clock at 6. They need this. Porzingis with the rebound.
And he's a good shooter from outside, but not sure from that deep.
Yeah, it seems like everybody's jacking him up from way out there these days. You want guys to stay within themselves.
And so Van Vliet will bring it up for Houston. 15-point game. Pass to Thompson. Fires the 3. It's through for a second basket. He's now 2 for 6.
Defensively, you have to live with Thompson making those, because if you get up too close at the arc, Ahmed will blow right by you.
Here's the captain. He's got 26. The kick out to Holiday. The captain passes to Brown. Here's the captain. There's the 3. And it's Brown missing.
Well, despite his lack of efficiency, the team has put together a good offensive effort tonight.
And every miss finds its way to his hands. Well, what an impressive performance.
Yeah, he's been a beast on the glass. A monster night for him.
And he'll shoot free throws here. Clearly fouled on that shot that time. The whistle blowing.
Team foul.
For Boston, they have shot 75% at the stripe, 6 of 8.
2 shots.
The first one falls. And so he hits both.
We expect nothing less. He's generally been very good at the line.
Van Vliet up top. Brooks from outside. And the last second attempt doesn't fall. And so it's Boston, sitting with a comfortable lead, up by 14. They've got their field goal percentage to thank for that. They've been hot from all over the floor tonight. And now, thank you, David, and we'll be back after halftime as the third quarter gets underway.
Hello and welcome. Before we take a look at the action from the first half, a brief overview of some upcoming games.
Taking a look here now at Boston, they don't get their home opener until next game. But tonight, they start this new season on the road, kind of like Kenny storming into the kitchen and trying to take all my barbecue chicken.
Now we'll take a look back at our featured game. That was quite a performance for the Celtics.
Hey, these guys are...
And that'll do it for halftime. We send you back to Kevin Harlan, who has the second half call.
And there wasn't too much drama in the first half, but maybe things will tighten up here in the second.
You know, the captain has been exceptional here, guys.
Well, with a double-double in hand through 2 quarters, you can just imagine what his stat line will look like at the end of this one.
Well, he's already put in a full day's work. They might want to lighten the load on him in the second half.
Boston leading by 14. Running the wings, they'll go with Green and Brooks. Thompson is out there with Alpern Şengün. And it's Van Vliet in at the point. And that's the group in there for Ime Udoka as we begin the second half. Houston needs to get a shot for 3. Van Vliet rebounded by the captain. The captain's got rebound number 13 for him here tonight. And down it goes, jamming that one home.
And those are the kinds of plays that are just killing them right now.
Rockets trail by 16. Van Vliet wide open. Nailed from three-point land. Van Vliet's got 16 points.
And really, as the three-pointers keep dropping, you get the sense that the frustration is mounting for the defense.
Here's Tatum. And it's a great finish!
Oh, my gosh.
I tell you what, don't sleep on Tatum. He has some ups. And I love seeing him trying to electrify the crowd.
And on the AT&T 5G Slam Cam, you can see how impressive that move was. A shot by Thompson. No one's around. That drops, and it comes off an assist from Brooks.
The defense a step slow, and you can see the results.
Just over a minute and a half played here in the third. From inside, the basket counts and one. They'll go to the line with a chance to make it a three-point play.
Yeah, 3 consecutive field goals have come right at the rim. The D had better start buckling down.
We see coaches stand willing to pay fines for complaining about the officiating. I'm having a hard time thinking if you ever did that. Going back in my Rolodex here. Did you? Did you ever do that, Coach?
I mean, Kevin, I paid hundreds of thousands of dollars of fines in the NBA. Yeah. My wife was not real happy about that at one point, reminding me early on that we had 4 kids we were going to try to put through college. And she told me one year I just gave away 2 college educations.
Oh, goodness. Time now to turn to our sideline reporter, David Aldridge. David.
Kevin, thanks. Jaylen Brown has put it all together. He said, I'm figuring out my spots to be aggressive. That's in my DNA. But also showing how I've grown. Being a great screener, delivering passes on time and on target. That's important to being a great teammate. I'm focused on being a better basketball player. Kevin?
Yeah, and he's a smart one too, right, David? He is something else. Outstanding stuff, DA, as always. Tari Eason's checked in for Fred Van Vliet. Celtics leading by 17. Here's the captain. 33 points for him. And the layup's good off the glass. The captain's got 7 points here in this quarter.
Love that they're continuing to attack despite being up big.
Yeah, they're being absolutely relentless. Building this lead in every way possible.
And we've got a timeout called from Ime Udoka. He's ready to talk things through with the team. At this break in the action, we can show you the teams that had the most rebounds last season. The Celtics second, the Rockets fourth.
I mean, these clubs are almost a mirror image of one another in that regard. You look at the rebounding numbers, really impressive just how physically dominant they both are in the paint.
Out of bounds, Boston takes possession.
Celtics ball.
For Boston, they've gone 5 of 6 so far from the field in the second half. Tremendous efficiency.
Porzingis with a screen on Green. The captain passes to Porzingis. Well-timed pass, and he goes straight to the bucket for the layup. Porzingis has got 7 points.
And this has been a great job of just getting into the middle of that defense and really scoring effectively from the paint.
Şengün kicks to Green. Shot to stop the run. Another miss by Houston.
Solid rebound there, and with the score like it is, that's an area.
Here's the captain, guarded by Green. They get it back. The kick out to Tatum. Pass to Porzingis. And the dunk by Porzingis.
Well, this is what you love to see. Porzingis attacking the rim.
And so it's Houston with it. And timeout is called by Ime Udoka. Looking for a breather and maybe just 1 or 2 things to talk about. The Rockets making a switch here. Whitmore's checked in. The Rockets have gone 2 of 5 shooting here in the third quarter. The tray. That's in, coming off the assist from Thompson. Thompson's got 4 assists in the game.
Wow, something's brewing, guys. The three-pointers just continue to flow.
Driving in. The captain passes to Tatum. They set the pick. Here's the captain. This one for 3. Connects from 3-point range. The captain's got 38 points.
Well, he's just dominating right now. If his teammates are smart, they'll keep getting him the ball.
Thompson sets the pick for Green. Rebound, Boston. Tatum's got his 4th rebound in this one.
And you watch Jason Tatum. Year to year, he is a model of consistency across the board. The numbers are pretty similar, and the effort never wanes.
Here's the captain, guarded by Green. Goes back up. Tatum no good. And so Brooks will bring it up for the Houston Rockets. Green with the ball. He's got 8. Thompson, a screen on Brown. From deep, Green. Jason Tatum grabs the board. Tatum's got his 5th rebound in this one.
Well, you win and lose as a team, so the fact that they're trailing isn't all on him. But with that said, he's had a rough shooting performance.
Houston's gotten the three-pointer to fall to the tune of 50% here in the third quarter. They've made 3 of 6.
And not allowing the shooter even an inch of breathing room on that one.
There's no air space there whatsoever. That's as close as you can get without foul.
Here's the captain. Boston again missing.
Oh, just incredible. That spin shook him loose from the defender, but he just couldn't gather his balance there to follow through with the shot.
Eason with a screen for Thompson. Shoots over Brown. Thompson with the bucket. Thompson's got 10 points in the game.
How about that move? Is this guy special or what? Just love watching him operate inside.
Pass to Brown. To the middle. Stolen by Thompson. Here's Green. Rebound, Boston.
Yeah, I'm not sure if he's going to be able to shoot his way out of this one or not.
The captain, and he makes the bucket, gets the whistle, and now a 3-point play chance here for him.
Man, just adding insult to injury. He just waltzes inside and extends this lead.
Well, it's not going to get any easier if they can't improve their defensive intensity. They got to show some fight.
And the Rockets making a change here. Smith has checked in. The Rocket shooting is leaving some to be desired, just 36% here in the third quarter. Green passes to Thompson. And he gets the basket. Officials blowing the whistle, so a chance at the line for one more.
Yeah, he's been able to turn it around after a rough first half. He's now looking much better offensively.
And a look now at how the offensive approach has been going here so far for Boston.
Well, they've clearly been focused on getting the ball inside. And up to this point, the defense has not had an answer.
And we also got to talk about the damage they've done inside. The opposition having a hard time keeping that ball out of the paint.
5 on the clock. Again, the miss by the Celtics. The Rockets have gone 5 of 12 from the field since the third quarter got underway. Now Green, he's got 8. And he could not get that one to go. A lot of contact, and he'll go to the line for 2.
And with his movement skills, Thompson routinely catches defenders out of position.
And a few years back, the NBA coach decided to change how they do take fouls. It appears it's had the impact they wanted, don't you think?
I certainly do, Kevin. I thought it was a great rule change. There's almost nothing more exciting in NBA basketball than the fast break. And take fouls were limiting that. Now that we've gotten rid of those, we're really getting to see the athleticism of NBA players.
Yeah, because we want to see the finish, don't we? We want to see what happens when they do get off on that kind of break.
That's where the excitement happens.
Smith, the pass to Eason. Horford against Thompson. And oh boy, a lot of contact there, but he gets the call and will shoot 2. That one on Horford.
Wow, he got whacked on that one. Shouldn't be much debate there.
Rockets have been shooting right around 75% at the line, 9 of 12 so far.
Yeah, and fairly decent a season ago, about 77% from the line.
Steven Adams, he's checked in for the Rockets. Here's the captain, and he's got 41. There's the drive. The kick out to Brown. Pass to the captain. The shot's good. Brown making the play. The captain's got 44.
I like the unselfish approach from Brown there, willing to give it up to his open teammates.
Whitmore with it. 11 points in the game. Green deciding where to go with it. From the line. Rebounded by the captain.
And they've got a big lead, not just on the scoreboard, but really in the rebounding numbers as well.
Now for an update on Şengün's injury, let's swing it over to David Aldridge.
Hey, Kevin, I spoke with the head athletic trainer for the Rockets. Oh, that is not what you want to see. It sounds like it's a serious injury. At such an early point of the season, it's a tough time to lose him. It's disappointing for everyone. Guys?
David, thanks for checking in. On top of it, as always.
It's interesting. Even with the advancements in strength and conditioning, injuries continue to impact the game.
Well, this is a high-impact sport, and the league continues to get bigger and faster.
And there's the foul. It's on Torrey Craig. That's his first foul. So for the Rockets, Şengün's checked in for Adams. Jabari Smith comes in for Amen Thompson. And Shepard subbed in for Jalen Green. And some nice passing there by Houston. Şengün finds Eason. 6 to shoot. Smith in the post. Craig is on him. And it's Smith missing. There's Brown with the 3. They get the rebound. We've got 1:48 left to play in the third. Craig passes to Brown. Eason grabs the board. Eason's got 5 rebounds tonight.
Well, this is certainly not the game he was hoping for offensively, but they've been able to find points as a team even without his contributions.
Pass to Smith. Now Whitmore. Over Horford. Whitmore with it. Şengün with the screen for Whitmore. And the drought. And the layup. Good by Şengün. Şengün's got 6 points.
Not giving up on the play. Şengün locked in.
Williams is checked in for the Rockets. Luke Cornett, he's checked in for Boston. Celtics leading by 21. There's 57 seconds left in the third.
Well, so far in the second half, he hasn't been able to get another three to fall.
Takes a step back, and he makes that one. Whitmore's got 5 points in the quarter.
And Whitmore a beast inside because of his power and ability to elevate.
Here's the captain. He's guarded by Williams. Offensive rebound. The captain passes to Cornett. And yes, it's good. And the Celtics lead by 21.
Tossing a pass to the interior. That's what you want to do. Get into the paint.
Number 11. Second personal foul. Fifth team foul.
First free throw is good.
Williams. 2 shots.
He hits one, then misses the second attempt from the free throw line. Just 2 seconds between shot clock and game clock. Here's the captain. Non-stop scoring machine here. Cornett kicks to Craig. Just 5 to shoot. Plenty of space. The captain, no good. And so it's the Boston Celtics controlling the game and finishing the quarter with a 20-point lead. Their defense has been active and effective. We'll get right back to the action when we return. And a worthy candidate tonight as we take a look at our State Farm assist of the game.
Just true artistry right there. I mean, great decision on where to go with the ball, and how about the perfect delivery?
Well, that was an absolute masterpiece of an assist. He knew exactly when to deliver the ball, and it made for a beautiful score.
And as we head into the fourth, we'll see if there's a comeback in the works or if it's more of the same from the first 3 quarters. And a look at the 5 for the Celtics to start the fourth quarter. White in at shooting guard with Brown playing small forward. The post pair, Tatum and Porzingis. And it's the captain in at the point guard position. Wasted no time on that one. Brown's got the first field goal of the fourth quarter here for the Celtics. Adams with the screen on White. Inside. And Adams with the slam.
And that play is tailor-made for Adams. Not many guys set a better screen and then the quick roll off it to get the finish.
Pass to the captain. And he gets the whistle. 2 free throws coming up. Stan, you always emphasize defense. What do you make of the offensive surge in the NBA today?
Well, Kevin, look, skill level is the best it's ever been. Shooting range is incredible, which makes defenses have to defend more and more of the court. Rules and officiating favor the offense. It's never been harder to defend in the NBA.
It sure looks that way. You're right.
Impeccable from the line since halftime.
There's Green with the 3. Rebound, Boston.
+8 in the rebound differential. One more reason why they're in control.
And there's the bucket from Tatum.
Yeah, there's that added strength of Tatum really helping him down low.
Rockets have gone 1 of 3 from the field to start the fourth quarter. Now Whitmore. Smith for 3. He's off on that one.
And there have been some terrible shot choices here, Kev. That's not a good look at all.
Pass to Whitmore. Final quarter here, and we're just over a minute and a half through it. Puts it up from 17. Pulled the shot a little left, but the bounce goes his way.
That's just poor defense there. You can't give up these kind of looks from the mid-range.
Here's the captain. That shot misses. Smith with some nice D. Rockets have gone 2 for 5 on field goal attempts in the fourth quarter. Here's Whitmore. White covering. And that one's good. Whitmore.
Oh, really strong outing from Whitmore. You see the potential for greatness.
And the basket by Tatum. Tatum's got 4 points in the quarter.
And that's just cold-blooded right there. He's taking no prisoners.
Yeah, he's leaving no doubt in this one. Doing everything he can to slam the door on a comeback.
I've heard some talk about this idea, Stan. What do you think about adding a one-on-one tournament to the All-Star Weekend?
Wow, Kevin, I love that idea. And if you could get the better players to play, I think there would be some serious interest in that from fans and some great competition among the players.
We see it every night in the NBA. That's what we all crave for, right? We want to see the biggest names against each other.
Yeah, every night we want to see the best players one-on-one against the other great players in the league.
We're in the final quarter of play here, 3 minutes in. Smith sets the pick for Van Vliet. Drains the three-pointer. Van Vliet's got 19 points.
And you can tell he's looking for his shot. He just believes in it.
Well, yeah, and the defense is going to have to respond to that and chase him off the arc.
The captain, again, what an avalanche.
My goodness, 50 for the game.
Yep, he is putting on a show. Whitmore with it. Van Vliet outside. Lets it go from deep. And another three for Houston.
Well, he's already hit more threes since halftime than he did in the whole first half. He might have figured something out.
Here's the captain. Tried to come right back with the three of his own, but it's no good. Smith finds Van Vliet. For the three. Van Vliet can't get that one to fall.
I'm shocked that didn't turn into 3 points. I mean, he makes you pay on those nearly every time.
To the paint. Here's the captain. Right side, Porzingis. Tatum passes to the captain. Brown outside. Over Whitmore. Brown, no good.
And being that close to the hoop, I thought he had enough room to finish that one.
And the league clearly focused on making regular season games matter. You think more steps are coming?
Well, let's give the league credit because they've left no stone unturned. The play-in, the in-season tournament, the 65 games rule, all implemented with that in mind.
And he's checked in for Whitmore. Celtics leading by 19. Hits it again. Wow.
And he's up to 52 points.
Yeah, making a GA look all too easy right now.
Second team foul. Shooting for Boston. Number 11. One shot.
Rockets have gone 5 of 10, 50% from the field. Outside, Green. Back to Van Vliet. Adams sets the pick for Van Vliet. The Rockets with another miss. And here's Tatum. He'll bring it up for the Boston Celtics. Earlier in the game, they held a 25-point lead. Here's the three. The rebound by Steven Adams. Adams has got 4 rebounds in this game. Smith against Tatum. Here's Van Vliet. Greg, every year we have the Best Teammate Award. What are some of those qualities that you admire in a great teammate?
You know, Kevin, you want guys who make you better and who make it fun to come to work every day. In the end, teammates are like family. So trust, commitment, and just enjoying being with one another, it matters.
Catching up on the changes for Houston. Şengün comes in for Steven Adams, and it's Thompson in for Smith. Here's the captain, and he drives in, uses the glass to finish the layup. The captain's got 55.
Well, he's been in total control offensively, and the defense has had no answers.
Thompson outside, lets it go with the three. And Boston with the rebound.
And physically, there's no doubt they've been the stronger team. A plus 10 rebound advantage tells you all you need to know.
The kick out to Brown. The three-pointer, no good. Rocket shooting at 42% in this final quarter. Thompson for the triple. Drops in the tray. Thompson's got 14 points now in the second half.
Well, he's been more confident shooting it since the half. Let's see if that trend continues.
Tatum passes to the captain. Good, that's another bucket. He's been absolutely ridiculous in this game.
You get the sense he just can't miss.
Rockets trail by 21. Outside, Green. And some nice passing there by Houston. Count it, good. And it's now 26 points for Fred VanVleet.
It's been all VanVleet tonight. One of the best undrafted players in league history.
Pass to the captain. Back to Tatum. Here's the captain, covered by VanVleet. The kick out to Tatum. Here's the captain. Fades away. It's rebounded by Şengün. The Rockets have gone through the fourth quarter shooting 50%, 7 of 14. Lets a floater go. And the rebound goes to the Rockets. Outside, Green. Pass to Thompson. Easton, a screen on Tatum. And two free throws coming up, unable to get that one to go with all the contact.
Well, he might have been a little passive in the first half, but that's changed. I like this more aggressive approach.
Thompson.
And he makes the first. Dylan Brooks, he's checked in for Tari Eason. And so Thompson nails both of them. Boston leading by 17. Brown outside. Brooks on the double team. Here's the captain, covered by VanVleet. Back to Brown. Lets the three fly. It's good. And that's 11 points for Porzingis.
And defensively, they are on their heels every time the ball comes inside.
Now here's VanVleet. Off target. That was a little heat check. Boston's gotten just 1 of 4 three-pointers to go down for them here in the fourth. And the dunk by Porzingis.
Really unacceptable letting Porzingis get that kind of positioning. Once he's established, it's over.
Outside, Green. The NBA has always been a star-driven league, Greg, and that's reflected in team strategies now more than ever before.
It is. All over the league, teams now building their systems around their stars, surrounding them with complementary players and running the offense through them as much as possible.
Brown jams it in.
Terrific finish there from Brown. He goes up strong and absorbs the contact.
Rocket shooting about 47% here in the fourth. And we've got a timeout called from Ime Udoka. Clearly, he's got something his players need to hear, and immediately. Şengün finds Brooks. Here's VanVleet. Rebounded by the captain.
That
is some tough defense there against one of the better finishers in our game.
Misses in close. And it's Thompson with the ball. He'll bring it up for Houston. Van Vliet outside. And he's fouled pretty hard on that shot, but he's got the chance to pick up the points at the line. White, and so he's picked up his final foul, and he will sit for the rest of this game. Drew Holiday is checked in for Jared White.
At the line for your Rockets, Fred Van Vliet.
And he knocks down the first one. In the NBA, helping establish academies and even leagues, Greg. And so it's Boston easily grabbing this one. To come into an opponent's building and dominate the way they did tonight says, I think, Greg, an awful lot about this team.
I guess they don't need home cooking to feel at home. I mean, Kevin, just a masterful performance all the way around.
And now let's catch up with David Aldridge, who's standing by from the sideline. All right, Dave.
Thanks very much, Jalen. A long season. What do you guys need to do to keep it rolling?
Just keep finding consistent rhythm with each other. Keep playing the game the right way, executing the game plan, and just do your job. We'll be fine.
You all did the job tonight, man. Congrats again on the...
Thanks so much, David. And that'll do it for the first game of the NBA season. For Stan Van Gundy, Greg Anthony, and David Aldridge, this is Kevin Harlan. Thanks for being with us tonight on 2K Sports. So long.